Hey everybody, it's Delusion Dispeller, and I've got some stuff to talk to you about, but I need to find my hairbrush. I'm going to do my hair and my makeup, just my lip stuff, because I don't wear any other makeup while I'm on here live. I'll be right back. Hang on. I'll be there in a minute. I need to find my brush, or a brush, some brush somewhere. Where's my blue bag at? Or did we use it? Hey honey?
What?
We used my blue bag. What did we do with the hairbrush that was in it?
Don't throw the crap in the basket like that.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm here. I'm just letting you know I'm here. I'm grabbing a hairbrush to brush my hair, and I got my lip stuff. I'm going to put it on before I do my video so y'all can see my little regimen here. Because I know some people do that, and I thought it'd be something different to do. Basket by the bed? What basket by the bed?
What looks right there?
Hamper?
Whatever, dude.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure I knew what you were talking about.
The one
Dude.
that's got all random stuff in it.
Whatever, dude. You're the dude. I'm a woman. I'm all woman, honey. I'm not a dude. All right. Hi, Evie. All right, so I got my little hairbrush here. I like this thing. This is a detangler brush. This is not all of what I'll be talking about today, but and I didn't title my room. I'm sorry. But over on YouTube, I did put an ad for my room. Oh, by the way, I need to get over there for a second and let them know where to go for this live channel, live show, whatever. Because they'll get on there and say, well, she didn't put the link again. So hang on, let me put the link. I'm live right now on Facebook. How I survived and thrived 10 years on YouTube. All right, here is the link. Love, life, narcissism, makeup. I'm doing keywords right now. Give me a second, y'all. Makeup, cats. That's good. Now just post that on there on Google and Twitter and Facebook. Live on Facebook. And I'll be right back with you in a second. Publish. And make sure it gets published and we're good. Okay. Back I go to YouTube. All right. Hello, everybody. So I'm brushing my hair right now. I know I look ridiculous. I almost look like Elvis or something. I got something going on here with Elvis thing. And I'm wondering why it seems like my hair is kind of thinning up here in the front. I'm not liking that much. But I guess it's part of aging. So I'm just brushing my hair with this detangly brush, which, by the way, I don't care what kind of brush you have. In my opinion and my experience, no matter if it's a detangler brush or not, you still got to detangle it by gradually brushing it out. My mom taught me that when you brush hair and it's tangly, start from the bottom and like hold it right above so you can squeeze it, and then you don't feel the nerve endings when you're pulling it as much. There, like that. I'll do the other side here so you can see it again. You take it, squeeze it right here so there's like a little ponytail thing hanging out, and just bring the brush under and pull. But make sure you're squeezing hard so you don't feel the pull. Okay, so that's how you do it. And then you just brush it through. The back is the hardest for me because I can't reach my own back of my head. So there's my hair. Yippee yahoo for what that's worth. I do need to wash my hair though. I already bored some people. They've left. They're like, I don't want to see her brush her hair. That's boring. Okay, well, I'll be talking in a minute, so you'll see the good part next. Lip liner. Got to put that on so we know where the lipstick goes, I guess. Oh, no, I just like this. It's kind of fun. Line the bottom lips. This is weird because as I'm drawing to the left, it's showing me drawing to the right on the screen. Like that. Okay. All right. Some people, they'll just wear it like that with just a lip liner. Not me. Hi, Ginny. Welcome in. I'll be talking in a minute, but I wanted to look fairly decent while I'm talking. I wanted to show everybody how I do my lips before I get on here just for the heck of it to kind of fill in some time. Here's my lip shiny stuff, whatever, gloss, I guess. Put that on there, on the upper lip, and then rub them together like you do with lips. And there we go. Now I look all presentable or whatever, like people are comfortable with seeing. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about how I survived and thrived for 10 years on YouTube, since I've been there since 2008. I technically probably have been there earlier than that, but I've been actually doing YouTubes and like coaching and stuff like that since about 2008, 2009. Man, I hate how crooked this card is. Sometimes I'll just go like this and say the heck with it. Just brush it back and it is what it is, right? Bad hair day, whatever. Need to wash it soon. You know me with the water situation. Hi, John. All right, so anyways, yeah, my hair's not cooperating today. Whatever, it's about the message, not about my hair, so just try to overlook it. All right, so first of all, how did I survive for 10 years on YouTube? Because it's not easy to do. A lot of people get kicked off of YouTube and banned and blocked, and which, as you know from filming 2020, I got banned for 90 days. I never have done that before. I've never been banned before. So obviously, it was somebody's nice suggestion to do that, and they meant, thank you, Jenny, they meant well. They wanted me to help other people that didn't have the channel to watch 2020 be able to watch it. So that's why I filmed it. That's the only reason I filmed it. I would have just turned off the computer and watched it myself, but I was trying to help other people have access. So I suffered the consequences. Whatever. It's whatever. Okay, so first of all, step one, my first reason or first way I survived being on YouTube. I believe that everything is in God's plan and not mine. I believe that the first time I did the very first video, if it was meant to be or helpful to other people, then it would grow from there, and I would know, because I'd have somebody say something to me or whatever. I really wasn't expecting anybody to say anything, because I was brand new to YouTube when I made that very first video, and I was amazed because people just kept commenting and commenting. Do more videos, please. Talk about narcissism. You're telling my story. You don't know me, but you just saved my life. I mean, and it just kind of encouraged me to keep on going and keep trying new things. So I just kept making one video at a time after that, and it kind of grew from there. One thing about YouTube is do not take it personally. When people comment, and I'm not that great at this, I still sometimes get a little, as my husband says, butt hurt. I get a little butt hurt sometimes when people say stuff that's mean to me. I'm human and I have feelings, and sometimes my feelings get hurt. But the best thing to do, I mean, I don't think I've taken it as personally as some people do, and that's why I made it as long as I have. You can't wear your heart on your sleeve and do the type of YouTube videos I do, because you just can't. You're going to fold. You're going to fall apart, because it's too easy to just, you know, crumble and say, oh, are they picking on me? Oh my gosh. You can't do it. You have to have a strong backbone to an extent, and you have to realize that some comments aren't personally directed to you. They're just people's opinions, and everybody has opinions. Everybody knows somebody that has one if you don't have one of your own. So it's just human nature. All right, the next thing is be willing to let people bless you. So many people over the years have said, why do you not have a P.O. box? Why don't you have a PayPal account? I want to send you a little something because you've really helped me in my life. So eventually I got a P.O. box and a PayPal channel. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. So I did. I listened to them and I said, okay. I felt weird taking people's money, but a lady came along and told me, you know, and kind of like somebody else online says, it's a job. Part of it is a job. You're helping people. You're giving a service. Even if it's not a job, it is a service to people. When you're sharing information that you took time to research and look up, and then you're going on a camera, you're presenting that information, you're saving that person time, you're saving them money. So if they want to bless you with a donation or pay you or whatever, by all means, accept it. Because that payment that they give you can help keep you on the channel. I've actually gone on one of those GoFundMe pages in the past and told them, if you don't pay me You don't give me money, I cannot be on here doing videos. Because at the time, I think it was with my first ex-husband, and he was my husband at the time, of course, I told him, if I don't have money, I can't pay that internet bill. It's reality. So it's up to you guys. If you don't send me the money, I'm not going to be here. I'm not saying that now. I'm saying I said that back then. And it worked because people wanted me here. So they sent me money. And I used it to stay on the internet and keep making videos. So thank you to those people from back then that heard the message and didn't judge me for asking for money. I was just being upfront. The Bible says you have not because you ask not, or you ask with the wrong intentions. And to me, it was perfect intentions. If you want to see me again and these videos are helpful to you and you don't want to just keep watching the same ones and you want me to make more and put them up online, then I have to have internet to do that. So I couldn't afford it back then, and they funded me, and I was able to stay on for years. As you can see, I'm still here. All right. So be willing to let people bless you however they want to bless you. They can send you things in the mail. They can send you money. They can send you clothes. They can just talk to you, send you a card. I've had people send me cards. Beautiful, beautiful greeting cards. Still have some of them. Probably have all of them actually out in the shed in a box. I save that stuff. All right, number, what is this, 4? I don't even have to read you the numbers. The next one is realize who you may be dealing with. People that come on the internet have disorders, okay? A lot of them do. I'm not saying all of them. A lot of them do, because that is a safe place. You can hide behind a screen. You can hide behind text. And people do that because they're afraid to go out in the real world. And so they come into rooms and they may just sit there and not even say anything, and you don't even know they're in there. They lurk. They call them lurkers. And sometimes I'm a lurker. If I don't feel like getting into a scuffle with somebody, I pop into rooms and don't say anything, and I just listen because it's interesting. It's entertaining to me. So you realize who you may be dealing with. Also, when I was a life coach and I was actually taking calls and coaching people, this one really played into it. I realized who I was dealing with. After a while, I was dealing with alcoholics, drug addicts, people that had really severe mental issues that I was not qualified to deal with, people that were very angry and vengeful and hurtful towards me. And that is a big reason why I don't regularly do coaching anymore. I will if I meet somebody and I sense there's a safeness and a connection between us. But I don't make it a habit to advertise and say, just call this number. I'll be your life coach. I will give you guidance. There has to be that rapport and that trust there. I'm not going to just coach anybody. If I'm uncomfortable with somebody, I'm going to be resentful. They're going to sense that. And if you've seen any of the lovely little websites up about me where people had said, well, Dee Dee coached me and she was cruel and she didn't listen to me, blah, blah, blah. That was probably one of those people that I felt very uncomfortable with because they were clingy, spongy, drainy, leechy type people, and they sensed that. And therefore, they disappeared, and they backstabbed me and flamed me and smeared me and did whatever you call whatever that is when you open up a website against somebody, because they didn't feel comfortable with me. They felt that, you know, I wasn't giving them what they needed, and then they found another counselor who did. Bravo, good for you. I'm glad when you realized I wasn't the person that could help you and I wasn't a good fit for you, you didn't give up. You actually went for therapy because you needed it. Trust me, you needed it. And I don't say that to be mean. I'm saying if I could not help you back then there was somebody better suited and better trained and qualified, and I am glad you found the help that you needed. And I told you at the time, whoever this person is, I don't even know who this is I'm talking to. There were several people that I felt that way about. I told you at the time in the disclaimer before we even started that I reserved the right to pull out of the relationship as much as you had that right to pull out of the relationship, the therapeutic relationship. And that is how it is in real life, folks. If you have a therapist, you can divorce your therapist and decide, hey, it's not working. I'm done. I'm going to find somebody else. Or they can say conflict of interest or just not the right person for helping you at this point. I'm going to refer you out. That is healthy, that is balanced, and that's a good idea if you find yourself in those types of situations. So realize who you're dealing with. Realize that you are maybe not the be-all and end-all of every person's life and every person's needs. and your channel may not appeal to everybody. That is why I've said, and many people have said, if you don't like it, click the little X and move on. We can't please every single person on the entire internet. It's not going to happen. Never going to happen, my friend. Never. We do the best we can to put out information we find that is useful or entertaining or whatever our thrust is on our channel, but that may not appeal to you. And if it doesn't, then find somewhere that does and go there. All right. So if you are the YouTube creator, though, realize you're dealing with people of all kinds of backgrounds, all kinds of issues, and you're going to hear from them sometimes, and they're not going to be nice, and sometimes they will be. But the point is, everybody's different, and you're dealing with all these different personalities all over YouTube. All right, the next thing is be teachable. Keep improving your channel, keep improving your appearance, and keep working on your videos. YouTube over the years has come out with so many new ways to make videos. Like today, I discovered captioning. I never clicked on the CC caption button. And then I did today, and I checked it out, and I did it on one of my videos. I wrote the little closed captions on the bottom, and it's another way to actually make your videos, or I mean your viewers, stay on your video and keep watching it if they can read along with what you're saying, even if it's just little bits of what you're saying. It holds their attention. People's attention span is not very long. It's like maybe 20, 30 minutes, I found out. Might be a little longer than that. And it depends on what you're talking about. If it's a topic they're interested in, obviously they're going to stay. If it's not, they're not going to. You can't take that personally. In fact, I said that earlier. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally if somebody pops into your room, pops out. Now, I admit, I find it a personal thing because I'm like not wanting to sit here and talk at the air if nobody's in here listening. It's kind of uncomfortable. Oh, neat, Hillary. I'm glad you're watching from work. That's awesome. I'm glad they let you watch from work. Coolness. All right, so be teachable. Learn from other people. You don't have all the answers. You don't know how to make every video perfect and, you know, have all the ideas and the creativity. You don't even know all the information on your very topic. I know that there's better people out there than me. There's life coaches that are way better than me. I can think of a couple right now. There's one lady that's got kind of white hair, and she always wears black and white. I just can't remember the name of the lady. Highly recommend her. She's awesome. If I ever figure out what that name is, I'll post it on my video and refer you to her. So be teachable. Keep improving your channel. Keep looking for new add-ons to your channel that you can afford, or even if they're free, all the better. Improve your own appearance. Like I've been kind of altering the backgrounds of my videos every once in a while. People didn't like seeing my house in the background, so I have some videos where there's like a plain wall behind me, just because it's more comfortable on the eyes, I guess. I don't know. I'm still learning. I haven't arrived. Just keep on working on upgrading your videos and doing more things. Pay attention to what your viewers are saying they want to see. If somebody gives me a suggestion and I can possibly do it, I'll do it. Or I'll refer you to a video if I've already got one on there where I talked about that topic. Also, be flexible. I have had to be flexible because I never knew that YouTube was going to shut me down for recording 2020. I didn't know that. So I could have curled up and said, I'm never going to videotape again. I have no way to get on there live. I miss all my live people. I went through a little bit of a withdrawal thing. I got to admit, it took a good week or two till I was like, okay, I need to find a different way to do this. And I started going on Facebook and then just uploading it to YouTube. And YouTube seems to be okay with that, so that's good. They just don't want me making another channel while I'm on probation or whatever they call what they do. So I haven't, and I believe in obeying rules anyway. So I didn't want to lose my whole entire channel that I've worked since 2000 something to get on here, you know, over just live viewers missing me. You can miss me all you want. You can come on Facebook and see me. We can do Google Hangouts as soon as I figure out how. And there's many ways of seeing me and keeping in touch with me. You can email me. I can make personal videos. We can go on Zoom and talk one-on-one. It's not the end of the world because I can't go on YouTube Live. I will eventually if they let me. We'll figure it out. I've been in touch with YouTube. I just got to find out what they have to say about that. Hey, Caparello Lynn. Hey, I'm glad you found me. We will talk after this. Say about 2-ish, probably. 2:15. We'll go for 2:15. If you can meet me, on Facebook privately at 2:15. We'll talk. All right. Anyways, the next way I stayed on YouTube for 10 years is expect anything. Haters, lovers, stalkers, rudeness, clingy people, you're going to get it all. If you have a YouTube video or an upload or a live channel, videos, whatever, you're going to literally get it all. Expect everything, anything, but don't accept everything. You have to put boundaries on your channel. You have to sometimes block people, ban people, report people, delete their comments. Oh, okay. All right, no problem, Caprell. Okay, so be ready for all of that stuff. Okay, next thing, realize other channels and people exist, and that there will always be people better at what you do than you are, which I just mentioned that a while ago. They may have more subs than you do, more subscribers, more viewers, more money, better circumstances. That's why when people started ridiculing me about my water heater or my house or whatever, I know there's people that are richer than me. I know there's people that have carpets on their floors and nice kitchen floors and beautiful houses. I used to have a pretty nice house in my first marriage, and I had a nice trailer in my second marriage. Well, during my second marriage, I moved here to be closer to my grandchildren and my children. It was the only way. Never been through a flood in my life, and lo and behold, I get hit with a flood inside the house. Water up to the top of my shins. Stuff floating, floors floating, floorboards floating. It was not pretty. It was not nice. It was not fun, but it happens. So I had to adjust to that, and I had to realize that, okay, you can leave, but you can't take your cats with you, and you know me and my cats. If you know anything about me, you know I'm very, very, very close to my kitty cats. Yeah, I know, Caprella. I've been looking into it too. In fact, I have Hangouts open right now. I planned on, as soon as I was done here, if you had time, getting together and trying a trial run on it. What, honey? I don't know. Why don't you come check them? Hang on, y'all. I got to check some potatoes. Ooh, they look pretty yummy, honey. They may be done. I honestly don't know how long I'm supposed to put them in for, but the cheese is melted. The potatoes seem soft. Let me taste one, see if it's nice. Here. Ugh. If I can get any on there. Come on. There. Twice baked potatoes. Oh, those are delicious. They're done, hon. Hi, Tina. All right, so where was I? Oh, yeah, about my house and stuff. I really didn't care, whatever. And the whole water heater thing ended up being just a goofy, funny thing to people. To me, it was wonderful. I have hot water now. I can do my dishes, and I can bathe and shower as soon as I clean out my tub, because we had a little backup situation with the tub, and I'm still not sure if it's draining right, but if I clean it out, at least we can bathe and then just let it drain whenever it drains, whatever. We'll deal with it. But I know there's other people that are in better situations than I am. All right. You have to see YouTube as, in my opinion, or at least I've seen it as a hobby, as an outreach, as entertainment, as comic relief, as something of interest, like documentaries. I love documentaries. I heard another YouTuber saying that they love documentaries too. I definitely do. Informational stuff for like school when I was attending college. YouTube was great for that. So was Google. So you have to see it that way. You can't see YouTube as your world. There's a problem if your whole world is on YouTube. You need to be out in reality a lot, or you will lose touch with reality. YouTube is not reality. YouTube may be reality TV. It's similar sometimes, I'm not looking to do a reality show, but I guess sometimes having my husband on with me and just talking about, you know, whatever, that is kind of a reality-ish show. But it's not staged. We're just talking. This is how we talk normally. But yeah, I don't see YouTube as my whole existence or my point of being. If I did, when I got shut off of that live thing, I would have been devastated. I would not have wanted to go to work. I would have just curled up in a little ball and probably sobbed and said, it's not fair, it's not fair. They didn't pick on anybody else, just me. Why'd they shut only me off? And a lot of people that are on my viewers are asking the same thing. Why just you? Other people were filming 2020. Other people film stuff that's, you know, copyrighted. Why did they just pick on you? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't answer that. And anytime I've written them, they just keep saying 90 days plus possibly 10 more. So I don't know. I got through December, January, I think like February, March, maybe April, I should be back on. I don't know. I don't know what their deal is with that. I'm hoping they let me back on. I don't know how to reach them to ask them about it or talk to them. They have no phone number with a human being on the other end of things. So anyways, I see this as a hobby, an outreach, entertainment, like I said, a place to come and laugh when I watch other people's videos and collabs and stuff, a place to investigate things, learn about things, that kind of thing. But when I'm done here, like for the day or for the moment, I usually walk away from the computer and go do something else. So it doesn't stay with me. It's not something that is cemented in my psyche. I don't live for it, basically. Did I shut the oven? Yeah, the oven's shut. My oven's falling apart, by the way. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Yeah, the oven's shut. That's tape on that oven, by the way. It's staying together by tape. But it is staying on there, so it's not falling apart. That's a good thing. But thank you for asking, just in case. All right. The last thing is kind of what I said already. Learn to network with people. Ask for help. Do collabs. Pay it forward. When you learn how to do stuff, tell other people about the stuff you learned how to do. That's what people did for me. My cousin taught me a lot about being online. I give her a lot of credit. Shout out to Shawnee, wherever she is. I don't know. She's had a rough couple years in her life, so she's dealing with other stuff. She has a great outreach, by the way. She is a Christian and is reaching out by going into other countries and ministering there and doing different services and stuff for the people there. So shout out to her for sure. All right, so that's all I had to say. That is why I'm here. That is how I've lasted through all this craziness that's been on YouTube recently. The other thing is there's nothing new under the sun. Like I've said so many times, I used to be on Pale Talk, and all of this goofy stuff you see on YouTube, just a different forum. Same stuff though. People going into rooms and getting wrenches was people going into rooms and getting hats on Pale Talk. That's what they called it, getting the hat. And then people taking those hats and wielding power over people, shutting them off, silencing them. And on Pale Talk, it was red dotting them. You red dot people, because if you red dot them, they can't, their text won't show up. So on YouTube, it's kind of the same thing. You're silencing them in some way. Kicking people out. I don't know how you do it exactly on YouTube. I think you have to go into your settings and stuff or click on their name, something like that. But kind of the same thing. And you have your favorites, you know, favorite people, favorite rooms, favorite live shows, and then people that get mad if you go into this person's live show. Same thing on Pale Talk. Why were you in her room? I thought you didn't like her. I guess you don't like me because you're in their room. It's the same drama. It's nothing new under the sun. And that was back in 2006 to 2008, I think, that I went through all that crazy drama. And then I met the people in real life, which I know some YouTubers do. They meet people, and sometimes it's very shocking when you meet somebody that you've met online only, and you meet them in person, and they're not quite what they are online. And then some people, it's very pleasant, and you feel like you've known them all your life, and you become best bosom buddies. Same thing as Pale Talk, same thing as Yahoo Chat. This is nothing new. It's just YouTube, just a different name, different place. It's not shocking, no, that people are into drama and backstabbing each other and smearing each other. It's been going on ever since I've been on the internet. And to be honest with you, not only have I been on YouTube since 2000, whatever, I think it was before 2008, but since making my videos since 2008, I've also been on the internet before the internet was even a public thing. I can remember back when I was doing MLMs, multi-level marketing, them getting up in front of the room and saying, someday you're going to be able to talk to people about your products all over the United States. In fact, if you get on cyberspace, you can reach them all over the world. And I remember sitting there thinking, wow, that's really cool. I don't know that if that'll ever happen, but that'd be cool if it could. Well, it has. Hello, we're talking China, Russia, all over the world. People see my videos in other countries. How do I know? Analytics. You just go into your analytics and you can see how many people from other countries view me, and, you know, if they're male, if they're female, the demographics and all that stuff. So anyway, it was kind of, I'm going to leave you on this note. Unless somebody wants to talk, I'll leave it open for them for a couple minutes here. Somebody had said on my video, you don't get any likes on your comments. I think they meant on your videos, but either way. I said, have you really looked at my videos? I don't get any likes. Seriously? There's a lot of people that like my videos. Apparently, I've helped a lot of people with the information I'm sharing. So I'm not sure where you come off saying I don't have any likes on my videos, but you might want to look again, dude. You might want to look again. And I'm very thankful to all of you for liking my videos, if you have, and thumbing up and all that stuff that you do. Subscribing, sharing, telling other people to come check this lady out. She knows what she's talking about, if that's what you do. Or she's really goofy. Come and listen to her sing and watch her belly dance, or whatever. I don't know. I'm thankful for anybody that comes here, because I'm reaching people, and that's what basically my life is about, and has been for years, and always will be. So anyway, that's all I had to share, I guess, for now. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm going to get these potatoes out of the oven and probably start biting into one of them because I'm hungry. Ask me questions. Ooh, yum. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. And I will answer. Oh, somebody asked something or said something. Ginny, have I helped you recently, or have you been with me for quite a while? That will tell you if I remember you or not. The name sounds very familiar. Oh, honey, these are yummy. And we're having a salad, right? Wasn't that the plan? Okay. When did I talk to you, Jenny? When did I help you? Yes, yes, I do. I do remember that. Thank you. And mentioning that it was about your daughter. Yes, definitely. And I've helped you. Is that working out better for you? I'm so glad. That's awesome. Thank you, God. Two weeks ago. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm always glad to hear that I was helpful, or my advice was helpful anyway. Oh, can you share what I said? I don't remember. Short-term memory. Did you see my one video today where I talked about some of that stuff? I don't remember what I told you, but I am glad that the advice helped. It tastes funky. not sure I should have frozen and defrosted the pistachio cake. It's a tiny piece, but kind of tastes funky. Hi to the new person that came in. I see I have 6 people here. Welcome, welcome. Grabbing some salad, making some salad. Where's our salad kit? Okay, I'm going to do a ranch kit. What did Jenny say, or whoever? Yes, I watched that video. You said, let things go, that I was better than that. Oh, yeah, that's true. I did tell you that. You are better than that. You're worth more than to be mistreated by people. You really are. See, that's the thing with people. They don't realize, especially if they don't know God, they don't realize that they were put here for a purpose and a plan. And one of those purposes and plans is not to let other people abuse you and walk all over you and mistreat you. That's not what he had in mind. He said a life, and that more abundantly. And if you're not living an abundant life, then you have to really look at what's going on in your life, you know, what you're putting up with, what you're tolerating. As a narcissist in my life once taught me, and I've thought about this the rest of my life. Don't hang with people that just tolerate you. Hang with people that celebrate you. Now, it doesn't mean you won't go into rooms or chats like I do once in a while with people that tolerate you. Just because you're interested and you like a good visit once in a while with people and maybe a little bit of a spar or whatever. And if you're into debate, maybe you like debating. I don't like debating at all. I can't stand debates. But, you know, you're going to venture and make choices, and sometimes they won't be the right choices. So, whatever. You pick up the pieces and you move forward with better choices next time. It's just how it is. You learn from your mistakes, right? You can't learn if you don't make the mistakes. That's how life is. But you don't beat yourself up over it, and you don't let other people shame you or beat you up either. I hate when people say, shame on you. Stop putting your shame on me. I'm not taking your shame. Take your shame back, because I'm not accepting it. I don't deserve your shame and your blame and your criticism. And that's how you have to look at things. You have to value yourself. Because I'll tell you, this is a rough world, and it's very hard to find people that value you. So you have to like yourself first. That way, when other people turn their nose up or walk the other way or don't include you, you're not going to fall apart because you're your own best friend. You know, if you know God, then he's your first best friend, and then you're best friends with yourself. But you need to remember that, yes, you're supposed to be a giving person, but you're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself. So therefore, you need to love yourself first. You can't give out of an empty container. If somebody is just giving all the time and never doing anything to bless your own self and do nice things for yourself, you're going to run out of things to give. You're just not going to have to give. So that's important. Got to get that balance in there. Keep that balance in there. But I'm glad you shared that with me, Jenny. Thank you. Anybody else have anything you want to say or share or question or comment on? I was just going to do the whole how I survived and thrived 10 years on YouTube. I was going to do it on an upload video, but then I thought, I'll just go on Facebook because it's the middle of the afternoon. Maybe there's some people around that have wanted to catch my lives at night and couldn't because they work or whatever, and they're tired by the time they get home, or maybe they actually work during the time I'm on. I don't know. What about adult children and the giving? Tina, what do you mean, the adult children and the giving? You mean like children that have their hand out and want you to give them money and do stuff for them all the time? Is that what you mean? Like the enabling stuff? How much do you really spread yourself thin for your children? I don't know if that's what you mean. You can tell me. I'll wait for your response. See, my adult children, they all have their own jobs. They take care of themselves. So there is no giving going on here. There isn't. And when I didn't have a job, it was more them giving to me than me giving to them, because I didn't have it and they did. So I relied on them more than they relied on me. But you can let me know if that's what you're talking about, because I wasn't sure. Not sure. I'm here. I'm just cutting an onion up here. Making a salad for hubby and me. Go with our twice baked potato. That will be the biggest part of my meal today. I'm almost doing the 1 meal a day plan. Almost. More like 1.5 meals per day, I guess. Oh. Hi, Papa David. Thanks for popping in. I know you pop in and pop out. You don't usually stay very long, but you're probably driving your truck, or maybe you're just at home. I don't know. I think you said you had to take some time off from your trucking, but it's good to see you. That's my spiritual father, for anybody that doesn't know. Papa David. I'm on here chatting again. You know me, always running my mouth. Adult children in their early 20s, always helping, but they don't seem motivated to work full-time. Well, I work 3 jobs. Well, I'm guessing these children live with you. There may come a time you have to set a boundary and say, okay, guys, you're adults. It's time for you to start, making some changes here. And you have this much time to do it, or you're going to have to find yourself a place to live. Or you'll live in a shelter if you need to. But you can't keep sponging off of me. You need to start doing things for yourself. Because, yeah, if they're adults, then it's time for them to contribute. And if they want to stay in the house, my first ex-husband and I made this rule with our own kids. If you're going to stay living here, you're going to contribute. So if they're able to, then they need to get jobs and start paying you a little bit towards the rent or the payment for the house or something in the house. I mean, I believe in letting children grow up and face consequences. You can't always be doing for them, or what's going to happen when you're gone? Who's going to take care of them then? They have to take care of themselves too. There's a balance. It's always the balance thing with me. You know that. So yeah, you got to boot them out of the nest eventually. Mother birds do it. Oh, you're just starting your keto. Cool. Good for you. I know I had my hard-boiled egg. I'm doing very modified keto. I'm not doing like strict keto. Like I'm having a twice-baked potato because Matthew got them from the food pantry. But that'll be like the biggest carb I eat all day. I had like a few cookies or whatever, but I'm drastically changing the way I was eating. So I'm not full keto by any means. Oh, well, Tina, you will be nagging until you actually put your foot down and put feet to your decision, so to speak. You're going to have to give him, okay, this is the day. Sit him down, have a talk with him. This is the day that you need to tell me that you have a job and I need to start seeing money coming in by such and such a date. If not, then this is the day that you will find your stuff packed and put out the door. That's how you handle that. So he has a choice to either go out to work if he's able, or find some way to bring in income. Or he has a choice to find an apartment to go elsewhere, because it's not your job as a grown adult, especially with a boy, a male, to do that for him. Yeah, exactly, Jenny, sorry. That's enabling. Oh, Papa, 20 carbs a day. Good for you. Good for you. And if you can stick to it, more power to you. I can't, and I'm not going to try. 20 to 30 carbs is what I'm aiming for. Although I'm sure a twice-baked potato is probably way more than that. I'm probably going to look it up and see exactly how much carbs are in a potato, because I honestly don't know. I'm just super hungry right now, and my blood sugar's at like a 79, so I need something. Oh, he has nowhere to go, Tina? Well, there's shelters. And at the shelters, they usually kind of urge them to take care of themselves and get a job and get out and stuff too. So, right, Papa David. He's a minister, so let him talk to you too about it because he knows all about that. He might give you better advice than I can give you. Because I boot mine out. They be out. I was tough on my kids. Probably not as tough as I should have been sometimes. I wanted to kick my daughter out of the house. It was my husband who would not. Your sugar's 150? Well, it's better than Matthew's sugar has been. Papa David's sugar's 150. Be careful with going that low on your carbs. We just talked to a pharmacist today at length, and he said going that low on carbs for a long time with a diabetes problem will tax your kidneys. You don't want to do that, so be careful. Still have some sweets, but monitor your sugars and keep them, in a good range. Yeah, Tina, a lot of it is what you're telling yourself. I just couldn't throw him out. I couldn't bear it. Trust me, you could bear it. It takes some time, but you're not really doing him any service by continuing to, give in to him and stuff. Yeah, that's why you need to set boundaries with him. Oh, he has a part-time job. Well, that's good. So he needs to start giving you a little bit of money from that part-time job to help pay the rent or a bill or something. He needs to feel responsibility because, like I said, if something happens to you, he'll be an emotional and financial cripple. He won't know how to take care of himself because it wasn't required of him. So that's where the balance comes in. If he's working, that's great. Then he needs to be giving you some money out of that work that he's doing. Otherwise, it's just basically a fostered dependence on people. And he may do the same thing if he ever gets a wife, and marries. He may think it's her job to support him too. And that's all backwards. Usually the guy is supposed to support the woman. But they can both, kind of help. Actually, grab 2 of these and put them in there. There you go. 10% to the parents, they can use it as a move-out day surprise. That's true. No, I mean, if you're not requiring anything of him, he's not going to give you anything back, You have to require it of him. You have to say, okay, honey, I've supported you all these years, and now you're working. You need to help contribute to the expenses, the bills. Yeah, well, he doesn't have to go to college, but if he's working, he does have to contribute to paying, the bills, or he should have to, in my opinion. There I go, shooting somebody. But it's a good idea to require that of him, to require that he has responsibility. He's living there, he's using utilities, he turns the lights on, he probably watches TV, maybe he has a computer, a cell phone, whatever. He has to pay for some of that stuff. It's not all on you to do that. I don't know, our Bible belief is you don't work, you don't eat. So you could take a more drastic measure and, say, well, Well, he is working though, so you can't use that. I was gonna say if he didn't work, you could just say, well, no dinner for you tonight. You haven't worked. Let me know when you work again. I'll feed you. Just being funny. Yes, budget. Good plan. Help him make a budget. Good advice there, Papa David. Very good advice. Show him how you spend your money that you make and teach him how to put a little bit aside for this, a little bit aside for that, take out a little bit for you to pay the bills, and then he has extra to do what he wants with. Again, it's all that balance that I keep talking about. It's always balance. You pay his phone, his insurance, his food, his shelter. Yeah, that's an awful lot. That is an awful lot to be paying. I'm not sure how much my husband's mom paid for him, expense-wise, as he was living on his own and stuff. But I do know that he became very dependent on his mom. And even after we got married, he expected stuff from his mom, money and whatever. And I can tell you from being in the marriage with him, it was not, didn't feel healthy to me. It didn't feel like he was, you know, the man of the house, having to run to mommy to give him money to pay stuff. And mommy eventually was not too happy about it. Neither was his sister. And they said, look, dude, you know, you need to make some changes. So he has. And he went out to work. And now we pretty much don't ask people for much of anything. We do it on our own. We are grown people. And when you're a grown person, you need to take care of business, whatever that business might be. Just saying. Yeah, there you go, Edie. Yeah, start out small. You know, just tell them this. We're going to make some changes. I think it's getting a little bit unhealthy. Eventually, you need to get out on your own. So I think it's time we have this talk that I'm done paying everything for you. And you need to decide how to allot some money to pay for some of these expenses yourself or not have those. If he won't pay for his phone, he doesn't get a phone. It is tough love. That is basically what it is. That's the best advice I can give you. Sorry if it's not the best advice in general, but that's what I would do. Oh, okay. Well, don't say full-time jobs then. If that's making him shut down, just tell him that in life, I don't know what your belief system is. I believe in the Bible. But in life, people have to be responsible for stuff. And everybody needs to do their part. And he needs to help out, part-time job or not. You can make money from a part-time job. My husband worked part-time. He still does work part-time, actually. But you can take that money and contribute it into the family setting very easily. It may not be much, but at least if he's contributing something, he's starting to get the idea that he is a contributing member of the whole, you know? It's like a team. Just tell him we're like a team. And I feel like I'm doing too much of the teamwork here. So I need you to put in a little bit of effort on your own too, if that makes sense. Give a little. Whoa, I almost went flying. I tripped over the cat water. Ouch. Yeah, I'm all right. Ouch. Do you want bacon bits in your salad? Okay, I don't, so that's why I'm asking. So hopefully that was some advice. I don't know, try it and see how it works and let us know. I'm going to run this food into my hubby. Yeah, tough love is super hard, I know. Are you a single parent, Tina, if you don't mind me asking? Because that makes it even harder when you're doing it all on your own and you don't have a male to back you up, you know. Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. All right, y'all, I'll be right back. Give Hubby his salad here. Try to get some dressing on it. I think I'll just give him the dressing. Is that what you had? Propel water? Oh. Yeah, tough love is not a happy situation, I know. Where are the Propel waters? Oh, I can't drink those? Sucralose? Bummer. And other ones. No, I'm good. Honey! Fine. It's really sweet. Holy mackerel. All right, back. Oh, yeah, that is hard though. Being divorced and yeah, and you've had to be mom and dad and you felt bad for the boys because they lost their dad in a sense, or at least lost the unified husband, wife, father, mother thing. Yeah, I gotcha. I understand. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I know how that is. Too many times. Well, not so much with the kids. I only had children with the first husband. But still, that is difficult. But you need to realize that by enabling him, you're also crippling him. He's not going to know how to handle things when he does get out in the world, or if something happens to you, God forbid, he's not going to know how to make ends meet, or he'll just be forced to learn how, I guess. And there won't be much of a choice. But wouldn't you rather have him learn it gradually and gently than just all of a sudden be shocked into it? You know, one day you're not able to do for him anymore, and now it's like, what do I do? You know, mom always took care of this and whatever. I just think it'd be easier on him for you to just ease him into it a little bit at a time. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, well, that's my advice for what it's worth. I appreciate you trusting me, reaching out to me, Tina. This looks good, doesn't it? It's got peppers, strawberries, tomatoes, lettuce. Delicious. Good old French dressing. And I need to find out the carbs on that twice baked potato, because I'll only eat a little bit of it if there's too many carbs. I've been doing really good on my keto modified thing. Yeah, just ease them into it. Just tiny baby steps. Always baby steps. Do as much as you're both comfortable with. You know, if you say something and he's resistant towards it, then back off a little bit and try something a little gentler. It's going to take some time because he's been kind of enabled for a while and that's what he's used to. So he's going to kick against any type of change. We don't like change as human beings. We really don't. We like things to be status quo, what we're comfortable with, and as soon as something changes, we freak, myself included. Okay, bye, Papa. Hope you do well on your keto today. If you have any questions about it, I'm pretty versed in it, and so is my daughter, Carol. So let me know. Email me or message me on Facebook. I'll check it out. Maybe I can help you out. All right, let me see how many carbs are in this dumb twice baked potato. Twice baked potato carbs. Wow, that's a lot of carbs. So I probably have half of a twice baked potato. I guess that makes it a once baked. Or 1.5 baked. Oh, you're cooking a turkey for your doggies. Cool. Oh, thanks, Tina. I was hoping I wasn't coming off like mean or anything, or like belittling you. That's not my heart at all. I wasn't trying to do that. So I'm glad you said that I was gentle about it. I'm trying really hard, calm or whatever you said. I have to really work at that because I got that feisty nature to me. But I don't try to make people feel, bad or anything like that. Try really hard to be gentle with people. Because I know what it's like. I've been there. I understand. Unfortunately, I didn't have the help from my husband that I was married to. So kids walked all over me and still treat me like that. So it's hard. Really hard. But yeah, let us know how that works. Or let me know. You can email me always. Hang on, y'all. I'm trying to find some sour cream. Because I'm allowed to have sour cream on keto for sure. So those of you who are doing keto, this is how much potatoes I'm having. Just this little bit here. From a big, huge. I'll show you what the actual potato looks like. These suckers are huge. This is a twice baked potato. That's how big it is. And I only took about maybe that much of it, like the little end part here. So you can have it, you just gotta cut it back. And then later on, just mostly eat vegetables. Or salad or something. And meat. Net carbs. Net carbs. Hang on. Gonna check it out and see if it says. Please. Well, it says 24.1, 22.1 net carbs for one stuffed potato, and I'm not even eating a whole stuffed potato. I'm eating about a half of one. So it'll be about 10-ish. So not too bad. Yeah, I wouldn't eat that whole thing. That's too much. Because I know I'll get carbs here and there. Who's not a family member? Sorry. Did I say something and forget what I said? Who's not a family member? I'm confused, Tina. Sorry. I'll probably have to go back and watch my video again to know what you're talking about. Oh, no, I can tell you are not judgmental, and it's good to have advice from someone who's not a family member. Oh, no, I get you. Well, I don't know if I can say I'm not judgmental. I try to judge in the right way. That's a better way to put it. I do judge. I had to make a judgment in order to give you that advice, as a matter of fact. No, I did. I read your post. I get it now. I had to make a judgment that, she's not helping this boy any by giving into him and letting him run ripshot all over her financially. So that was a judgment on my part. But I didn't say, oh, Tina, you're a terrible mother. How could you? That's the wrong kind of judgment. That is something I learned over the years, how to give advice direct without tearing down somebody. And my husband's been a big part of that. He has helped me to be a gentler person and a calmer person and to step back and really consider people's feelings more than I was. Sorry, I'm super hungry and my blood sugar is super low, so forgive me for eating, but I've got to eat. It's eat or die at this point. I at least had to take a couple bites anyway. Anyhow, I'm going to get off of here for now. There's my hubby coming to say hello. I was giving you credit, honey, for helping me to be a gentler person. Tina said she can tell that I am not judgmental and it's good to have advice from someone who's not a family member. She said she likes the way I give calm advice. That's all my husband.
Now, if you can only apply that to me, not just the people on the list.
Yeah, I'm working on applying that to my husband, but when you're so close to the situation, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. No, don't go yet, Gunther says. Okay, I'm here, Gunther. What's up? I won't go yet. You caught me. I will not go. I will stay right here.
So here's a question.
Yes, sweetie.
Where did my cake and pie go?
I don't know. Did it come in? Didn't you put a pie up in the freezer?
That was the pot pie.
Oh. I didn't put one away.
I know, neither did I.
Still out there? Okay. Oh, you too, Tina. Thanks, Deborah. I guess I'm not leaving yet because Gunther told me to stay.
Everybody's sleeping.
Are you wanting to be sleeping?
No, I agree. The cats cannot get you.
Don't wake the cats, honey.
What?
Don't wake the cats. Let them sleep. Oh, okay. What's your question, Gunther? I'll do my best to answer it. I don't pretend to know all the answers, though, but I'll do my best. Oh, what's my beef with Andy Kaufman? That's a good question. Here's the sad thing, Gunther. I don't remember. I don't remember what happened on whatever live I supposedly blocked him on. I don't remember. That was probably back in like September, October, something like that. I'm not sure. That's why I told him I would do a collab with him. We could discuss it. If I blocked him and he didn't deserve to be blocked, I owe him an apology. Got it?
Yeah, it was in the.
But first, I need to know what Andy Kaufman's beef with me is in order to know what my beef with him is.
It was in the snow.
Oh, well, it's nice and cold then.
Yes.
Mr. Man needs his food. He didn't even eat this morning at all.
I need to take my shoes off before I break them.
Hang on, buddy. I'll get you some food. I'm not going to make you wait all day to eat. That's cool. Where is his food? I don't remember if we have it in here.
No, my neck hurts just as much as, or my shoulder hurts just as much as my neck. Because he dug into me really bad.
Oh, Mr. Man?
Yeah, I took him outside with me.
Honey?
Boy, he wanted to stay out there. But I figured some fresh air would do him some good.
Next time you might want to take him out in something.
This is a Dutch apple strudel.
Yummy.
So,
Sounds yummy. So did that answer your question, Gunther? I don't know. I don't know what my beef with him is. I don't know that I have a beef. I tend to forgive and forget pretty quickly.
You don't have a beef, honey. He has a beef with you.
Oh, my husband says he has a beef with me. I don't have a beef with him. I've read most of his comments to your videos and yours also. There's a video of someone else talking about you too. There's lots of videos of people talking about me. That's been going on for a while.
This is yellow.
What are they saying about me now? Are you talking about what?
Yellow.
Oh, you got my favorite kind. Sorry, I saw a yellow.
Nice and yummy, honey. You want some?
You know I do.
I am very bad for keto, people.
Here you go. It's modified, so I'm not careful about that.
I'm a very bad
and besides, Saturday's my day that I can eat a little more.
It's keto.
You're talking about, what's it called? Something straight?
Dude, I almost want to eat some of this.
Gunther, is that what you're talking about, where it said something about telling it straight, or I don't remember what it is, but it's STR with a number 8.
Here.
Is that the video you're referring to? Because I saw it too, and I already know where it came from. Sort of.
Gotta eat the food, dude. If you're hungry, that's what you gotta eat. Okay.
He doesn't like it, I'm telling you.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe I could mix a tiny bit of 9 Lives in with it. Would that be okay?
Check the carb count.
Probably would be on the box, huh?
It might be. Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about that video. What was your question about it? My husband's seen it too. That video that we saw last night about you, me, other. This is good that you asked this, actually, because I'll be posting this video when I'm done. So what's your question? So how many were there?
I can't find it.
I'm only going to put like a drop of it in there and mix it. Did you find the cat food? I had one sitting here.
What?
The other cat food?
I'm not giving it to him.
Oh.
He'll eat this. He doesn't eat.
Here. Act like you're putting it on there. Maybe he needs to see like you're.
You're funny. You're smart. Here, he's eating it now.
Okay.
So I guess that's he has to see you putting it on there.
Mm-hmm. Well, he can't see very well either. His sniffer might be off. He's old. So, he might not smell very well. Smell the
It's
food.
weird that I love him even more now that I found out he's older.
No, it's not weird because you can relate to struggling.
Sorry if I was a little stern with giving him that food.
No, you're just being protective. I get it. I'm used to your moods, hon. Micha, I gave you some already. Her food is in the cat room. See if she ate it all. I mixed it with dry. Okay, Gunther, I guess that answered your question, or? Oh, and by the way, if you're friends with him, and he might be telling you to talk to me, which, as I said earlier in the video, I'm used to that kind of thing, where somebody's behind the scenes feeding the information. Feel free to pass on the information. Hi, Diane. Hi, Sybil. Hey. We're discussing that lovely video that was uploaded onto YouTube. Something about straight, setting it straight, or set the record straight or something. I don't know. Yes. Yep. True. And if people listen to my videos or watch my videos, they will know why that is. But people don't usually go back and do the research. They just make assumptions. Yeah, I'm not hiding that fact. It's all over the internet. All you gotta do is look somebody's name up and you'll know that. But interestingly enough, when they put them out there, they never tell why. Oh, they give them the offense, but they don't tell specifics of what happened. So you're just supposed to assume that it's a stereotypical person, and not everybody can be stereotyped according to that, no matter what. I am eating. Sorry, Sybil. I'm super hungry and my blood sugar was very low. And people didn't want me to stop the live video, so I had to eat. The first one I made a video about, or second one, not first. He was allegedly with a girl at my daughter's slumber party. And they never found enough proof. I don't care what light it puts me in. What am I supposed to do about it? It's not me who did anything. People that judge me on what other people do, then that's on them, not me. I'm really not worried about it. It's been out there since, well, I've been on YouTube since like 2006, 2008, whatever it's been. And there's been stuff flying around about me, about my husband's, about whatever for years. You really think it matters to me now, years later? No. Not at all. Why should it? I didn't judge him when I married him. And I'm not about to judge him now. Hey, honey. Do you want to speak up for yourself? Do you want to speak up for yourself? That video. You want me to speak up? They want to know why. You know what? We don't need to be cryptic about it, hon. It's out there, so either you want to tell the story or I will. Okay, he doesn't care to share it this time. I have to respect that, but his past doesn't matter. Who cares about his past? That was in the past. I am the company I keep? No, I'm not. The person I'm keeping company with doesn't do anything like that, so I'm not worried about it. I didn't know him when that happened. He was too young. Anything else? Yes, it is our job to judge. I think you should watch my other videos on judging people too. Maybe I need to repost that one, actually. It's on Facebook. About the judge not lest ye be judged. Yeah. People take that way out of context because they want to get away with doing stuff they shouldn't do that's sinful. I believe in judgment. I believe in judging others, but I believe in doing it in a right way, not a mean way. Depending on the situation. What's up, Meech? But I have no secrets, so ask me whatever you want to ask me. I cannot speak for my husband. He has to speak to you in his own time, in his own way, if he wants to. And he doesn't want to because he wants to just leave stuff in the past. Let's see, we are in the year 2019, page 35. Mm-hmm. 12. I don't believe in judging adults on what children did. That wouldn't be a right judgment. Most likely not. And I actually already answered that. 12. And this is the last time I'm going to talk about it because he'll already get mad at me probably for saying that. But this may nip it in the bud and nix the whole thing if I answer it. Unfortunately, like I said, the legal system does not put out all the information. So yeah, you kind of have to ask questions. But honestly, how many people that are on any type of legal wall, if you want to say that, in a courthouse or whatever, how many people are you going to go up to their family members and say, excuse me, why are they on this wall? Why are they wanted? Why are they considered a criminal? Do you really just go around asking people that? Most people don't. But since it is YouTube and the internet, inquiring what minds want to know. You're here now?
Yeah,
okay.
For a couple minutes.
Here's the man. He's the one you want to ask.
What did he ask?
It's his business. Why? Why are you on the registry? What did you do, and will you ever come off of it? He wants to know.
All right, so here's the story. When I was 12, which would have been 23 years ago, right? I'm almost 36.
I think so. I'm terrible at math. That's your thing.
When I was 12, I touched 2 little girls, and that got me put on the sex offender registry of 2 third-degree sexual assaults. Ever since then, I was in placement my whole teenage life in 2 or 3 different places. So when I was 18, they had to let me go. So from that point to today, well, not today, it's been a couple years. From the day I turned 18 to a couple years ago, I was on probation or something like that because I felt like I did my time. I was sorry for what I did. I felt bad for it. I knew what I did was wrong, and I hurt not just those 2 girls, but my family, my friends. You know, that was when I really started to believe in the whole ripple effect that people will talk about. How it doesn't just affect one thing, it affects multiple things. But since then, I decided that I was above the law or whatever, for whatever stupid, ignorant reasons I did it. And I didn't feel like I had to register. So from the point I turned 18 on, every charge that I've had involving the sex offender registry was for failure to comply with the registry by not applying not registering where I was living at. But after this last time, when I first met her, I grew up. I learned that even if you don't agree with the laws are in place for a reason. The laws are meant to help people, protect people, even if they are laws that shouldn't apply to everybody. So I started following that law. So after my last time on probation, I haven't done anything wrong since then. And the only thing I've done wrong from then until I was 18 was not registering where I was living. But because of my last offense of failure to comply with the registry, I will be on the registry for the rest of my life. Because I lived in a state where, if I lived in the state I live in now, which is Illinois, I would have been off the registry. I would have never even put on the registry.
Wouldn't have been put on it.
But since I lived in a different state and they're bigger on the registry when you're a minor and stuff. I got put on it when I turned 18 for 10 years. And right before, like a year, maybe a year and a half, 6 months, whatever, before my registry would have ended, I got in trouble for failure to comply with the registry and got put on for another 10 years. But when I did my last offense, this time, since it is in the state now, they decided to put me on the registry for the rest of my life.
Thank you for telling your story.
Yep. Now I'm going to go finish my lunch.
Okay. All right. And also, one thing you didn't mention was about your father, hon.
What does that matter?
Well, because people that are hurt people.
Hey, you can tell them all that crap.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay. What people may or may not want to hear or know or whatever is that my husband was molested by his father from the time he was very, very little. And he was told that little kids like this. Little kids want you to touch them this way. Little kids enjoy this. Little girls, you know, they enjoy this activity. And so that's all he ever knew. Now, imagine yourself as a child, and that's all you've ever learned about that topic. That's all you know. So he explored it because nobody was there to tell him, don't do that, honey. You know, his mom worked a lot. His dad had visitation rights or whatever with him. I don't know exactly when this happened or whatever, but it happened because he didn't have anyone to bounce his growing curiosity off of like little boys and little girls should. He didn't have parental supervision and guidance and people he could go to and talk to about it. And if you know anything about this sort of thing, it's very hush-hush in a lot of families. We don't talk about that. Nice boys and nice girls don't do those things. We just won't say anything to anybody. That's usually how that stuff is handled in families. It's a deep, dark, dirty secret, like they said on that website. Oh, Delusion Dispeller has a dirty secret. Okay, number one, it's not a secret. Number two, he's not dirty. He's my husband, and I love him. And he was actually honest with me when we met back in 2000, I always forget, 2014, we were on a chat line. He left me a message. My name is blankety blank, and this is what happened when I was 12 years old. This is what happened. I totally understand if you don't even want to meet me or be my friend, but I'm just asking for a friend right now. I'm not looking for anything else from you. I just want a friend if you'll just give me a chance. Now, I had just left a marriage, been divorced from a guy that allegedly did this to a 14-year-old, a guy that was in his 50s who also had a learning disability. Yes, I attract them, and yes, I hook up with them. I know. I'm a fixer. I can't help it. It's my heart. Anyway, I was very hesitant. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to get into this or not. And a lot of people say you should have run the other way. Well, flash forward 4 years of marriage with this wonderful man. We've had a lot of problems, as you know from some of the videos we did. We're working on our stuff. We both see counselors. And we both work, we pay our bills, we have a house. It's not much, but we have a house, we have kitties, we have a life. We're real people. And very rarely will you have anybody be that open and candid with you and tell you their story like that. So hopefully this answers some questions. I couldn't talk about it because it's not my story to tell. It's not my business to tell his business. He's an adult, he has a right to speak for himself. I'm glad he did speak for himself because that takes some of the pressure off of me because I have to skate around the issue till he's ready to tell it because it's his business. But now you know, that's the story. Hopefully that cleared things up. I will post this video so everybody can do whatever they do. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what else you want to know. If you want to ask me anything about me, my education, my marriages, whatever, I don't care. Ask me. I'm an open book. I've never kept anything from any of y'all. And there are a lot of YouTube users and creators that don't tell you their personal stories. They are this persona that they put online, and that's all they want you to know about them. I have been open and honest from the get-go about my situation as much as I could be. I don't have secrets. Sure, Gunther, go ahead. I'm glad, because I don't like having a live show where nobody says anything. It's kind of boring for me. But ask me what you will. Try and decide what I want to do next. I'm not really hungry anymore, I don't think, for this. But go ahead and type in what you want to ask. While you're typing that, Gunther, I will say this. Imagine being in my shoes or in his shoes, and imagine having that follow you the rest of your life. It's not a pleasant experience, let me tell you. Especially when you're not offending anymore, you're not doing anything wrong, and yet the punishment for that offense is always there, and it follows you everywhere. Especially when you're on probation, that's the miserable time. All right, so I need to unplug the oven. Okay, what are your questions? Right, you've read the comments. I gotcha. Go for it. And I don't mean to come off as being snotty or snobbish either. I'm sorry if I did. It's just very hard when you're in this situation and have been for years, and you know how people view things, but you also know what the truth is. But you can't tell the truth because it's up to the other person that it happened to tell their truth. It's kind of a hard situation to be in, but I'm glad he finally told it. We can get it out there, and now we don't ever have to talk about it again unless he chooses to discuss it. But no, it doesn't make me feel like I'm in a bad light. At first I wondered about that, but his issues are his issues. I have my issues, he has his. And that's not one of our issues at this point. Yes, the college I went to two colleges. Black Hawk is a community college. It was a 2-year college. I only went for a year. Kaplan University is, I think it's a 4-year university. I finished up, I think, in 2 or 3 years from there. All I remember was Kaplan was from 2009 to 2010, and Black Hawk was from 2009 to 2010. Kaplan was from 2011 to 2013, I believe. Yeah. So, and Kaplan was accredited, but not what's called KCAF accredited or CCAP accredited. I'm not sure how to pronounce or how to say the word, but it's like accreditation for counselors. I am not an accredited counselor. I never said I was. That's why I called myself a life coach, and that's what other people called me. I'm just me. I have 2 psychology degrees. I did go through schooling. I had teachers, professors for years while I was going through my 2 divorces, my remarriages. Yeah, remarriage, I should say. So yes, it was accredited, just not accredited for counseling. And I tell people that up front. So if you're looking for an actual bona fide counselor who has that accreditation, look elsewhere, because that ain't me. And I don't have the patience to deal with stuff that counselors deal with. Never hid that either. That is the truth. And yet people still seem to trust me and say that my advice helps them. So I'm happy about that. If my advice ever stops helping people and things start dwindling down and people just aren't interested, then I move on to something new. It's all good. I'll be right over to look at your comment in a minute. I'm going to put the silverware away. We haven't had silverware in a couple days because Laura is lazy. Laura did not take care of her silverware. All right, let's see what you got to say. Nothing else yet? Oh, you haven't asked anything yet. Okay. I will wait. We'll await your comment or your inquiry. might keep that. It's kind of a nice little container. Oh, you did ask something or say something. Oh, you're thinking. Okay. Carry on. Didn't mean to interrupt your thought process. By the way, you don't happen to be Andy Kaufman, do you? Like, did you change your name just to come in here and see if you could get answers out of me without me knowing that you were Andy? I don't care. I'm just asking. I know people do that incognito sometimes because they will get more out of a person if they come in a different name. And yeah, I mean, you can feel free to tell Andy whatever you want that I'm sharing with you because I'll be posting it publicly anyway. I promise you that. Oh, okay, you're not Andy. All right. Well, thanks for your honesty. That's cool. Well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are reading comments and going, oh my gosh, I knew there was something sinister going on with that delusional dispeller. Whatever. Nothing sinister going on, nothing hidden going on, nothing secretive. I'm just me. Take it or leave it. I will be fine either way. Because I have a life outside of YouTube and Facebook and internet. I did before the internet and I will after. If there is an after. We'll probably be around a long time. My children, my grandchildren, grandchildren's children, and all that. Oh, I loved Andy Kaufman. Latka. Ipita. I loved Latka. And Simca. On Taxi. Yeah, that was fun. Well, I was born in '66, so yeah, that was kind of like sort of in my era of growing up. I liked Andy Kaufman too. Hi, honey.
Hi.
A kiss would be nice, not a burp.
Yeah.
Not my nose.
These things are really addicting.
What? The potatoes? I know. I have to stay away from them. They're too high in carbs.
Well, that's good because I'm eating yours.
They're like 34 carbs in one potato or something. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I forgot about that.
That's the last of the potatoes. So I'm probably going to have to run about 2 miles to work off all the carbs.
Just gonna have just 1 more days. Yummy. We're talking about the show Taxi with Latka on it. Do you know Taxi?
Yeah, we watched a few episodes. They still have it on Hulu.
Yeah. With Judd Hirsch. He was the guy, the main guy. Yeah, he was fun. And then I think, oh no, I'm thinking of Cheers. I was going to say they had Shelley Long, but that was Cheers. Wrong show.
I love you.
People are hanging on every word now, honey. They're all fascinating. Inquiring minds wanted to know. Now they're knowing and they're all excited. Because nobody's leaving the room. They're all waiting to see what Gunther asks me next.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther's coming up with some good questions. He wanted to know if my college was accredited. Yes, it was, but not KCAP or KCCAP or whatever accredited. Unfortunately for me, I didn't find that out till after 3 stinking years in the place.
Yeah. Thankfully, I failed out before then.
I know. I applaud you, Matthew. Maybe all the haters can let this rest now. Oh, I doubt it. They'll find something else.
I did want to say one more thing. The reason I'm not, I don't try to hide my past. You can. Or, no, I don't try to hide from my past or anything. I don't talk about it because I've moved on as much as I can. I mean, I think about it all the time and I feel guilty. Hell, I've lived my adult life like I was a monster and destined for prison, destined for bad things to happen, and never experienced anything good until I met Laura and everything changed. You know, I started being more positive. I started changing more, growing up and everything, you know, and I'm a completely different person. And honestly, I've said this many times in my life and I really, really mean it. But somebody's probably going to take this the wrong way. But I would literally kill myself before I would ever do or even think anything like I did before when it comes to little kids or anything like that. Because, I mean, I have a nephew, I have cousins, I have and everything, where I just see them as kids. I don't see them as sex objects or anything else. You know, I don't have the same mind frame as I did back then. And I've spent my whole adult life, ask her or anybody, trying to figure out why I did what I did so that I could not, so there was no chance of me ever being that kind of person again. But the reason I don't like talking about it on her channels is because that takes away from her. It takes away from what she's done, and a lot of people try to use it to get to her or upset her or me, and I'm just above all of that. I really try to be the best person I can be. My goal in life is to become the best person I can be and to constantly grow, constantly learn, and adapt. That's just what I wanted to say.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I knew I would have to talk about it eventually.
I know. We may as well get it over and out of the way, right? Okay, what did they say? I can get this thing to go down. Yes, we got tons of snow. And yes, he was 12 years old. I can remember being 12 years old and playing doctor. I can remember parents talking about, oh, so-and-so explored Susie today. Well, who was the doctor and who was the patient? I mean, that happens, you know. And when a kid is unsupervised and didn't have any adult to talk to about those feelings and urges and ideas, what else is he going to do but try to figure it out on his own? You know? I mean, it's different when it's an adult. That's way, way beyond different.
What else we forgot?
What?
Well, no, never mind. We didn't forget it. I think it's my code.
And then you think of other countries where it's legal to marry a kid that's 3, 4, 6 years old. And you wouldn't even think of going on a YouTube channel and blasting them for it, because that's the norm there. But here it's not the norm, and we know it's not. And he knew it wasn't and knows it isn't. And like he said, it's tormented him all his life. And then I thought about Christian churches. Okay, let me tell you something. And do I have your permission to talk about the one situation I'm thinking of? The church supervision baloney malarkey? Yeah. A certain church that I used to belong to, used to be on the worship team, I decided to bring my husband to church with me so that he could get closer to God. He was told that he had to be supervised. We had to sit with this guy. He had to walk him to the bathroom, follow him around the church. It was for his protection. Now, that is why people don't talk about things openly, because they're stigmatized. Now, I'm not saying that a bona fide person that is a real criminal shouldn't be supervised. They shouldn't even be out of jail, in my opinion. But that's not him. That was a 12-year-old person. He needs to get a lawyer. Sooner the better. He can get off the registry.
We're waiting to figure out what's wrong with my brain first.
Yeah.
Because if we find out that something really is wrong with my brain, and it has been since I was a kid, it'll help.
Yeah, it'll help his cause. Yeah.
She's been talking to me about it for years. I told her I wanted to get off probation first. And then I wanted to wait a few years of good behavior, so that'll help me too. But I don't plan on just accepting being on the registry for the rest of my life. No. I just want to get everything together first.
So the reason we didn't go back to that church was because who wants to be followed around by somebody? First of all, I didn't like the guy, okay? I didn't like him. I didn't get along with him. I felt uneasy around the guy. I was kind of creeped out a little bit with this guy hovering over me the whole time I was eating breakfast at the church. Right. And then having to sit in the pew with the guy, it was uncomfortable, and it wasn't worth even going to church for.
I was okay with it.
Yeah. Oh, you know for a fact he can get off of it, Gunther? Well, we might need to talk to you in email and maybe by phone then, if you know how to do that. Because I sure would like to know, and I'm sure he would too.
My case is complicated because I have to go through 2 different states to get off it.
Yeah. He's got to go through 2 different states to get off it. He got arrested in 2 states for not registering on time. One was because I didn't know he needed to register. I didn't understand the whole registry process, and he was here living with me. We were playing board games with Amber, my daughter, and hanging out and having a good time, and none of us were thinking about, oh gosh, you need to register, it's this date, you know. So he got arrested here, and he got arrested where he was from, because he wasn't in his apartment. And then the one day, get this, he shaved his face, left hair in the sink, and they thought he had tried to escape probation, or not probation, sorry, escape the registry, having to register. So it was all a lot of big misunderstandings along the way. And it was just him being comfortable. He finally had a family, myself and my daughter. So none of us were thinking about that. We were just having a good time playing Monopoly. We literally were not thinking, oh my gosh, he needs to register. And I didn't even think of it because I had never really been with anybody that long that had to register. When my ex-husband went to jail, I divorced him. So I didn't have an experience of living with him while he was on the registry. I'd never even heard of that. I was a good girl. I didn't do that stuff. I never got in trouble with the law, ever. You can look me up. The only thing I will tell you, you might dig this up at some point, so I'll tell you now in case it comes out there and people run with it and distort it. When I was babysitting a friend's child years ago, her son started flipping out, like just screaming and yelling and being hysterical, and I smacked him across the face to try to snap him out of it. I wasn't taken to jail. They came to my door and subpoenaed me to jail, or not jail, to the police station, not jail. And the lady came in, the lady whose son it was, and tried to testify against me that I was an abuser and I shouldn't be allowed around children, blah, blah, blah. I stood before the judge. I told him what happened. I said he was going hysterical. I just kind of smacked him to try to hopefully snap him out of it. You know what he said? I've met her son, and if I would have seen him acting like that, I would have slapped the other cheek too. I'm throwing this out of the court. And I could hear her scream many, many bathroom stalls away. I was in the bathroom at the time. She was screaming, you blankety blank, blah, 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 blah. It was unfounded. It was literally me trying to bring a kid out of some kind of spastic fit or whatever. So that's the only thing you'll dig up on me. Other than that, I can't remember anything illegal that I did. Oh, there is one other thing. What?
Parking tickets.
Parking tickets. Okay, yeah. And I made out with my boyfriend in a park after hours illegally. I'll never forget that. I'm laying under a blanket, nothing on, light shining in my face. Ma'am, you need to get out of the vehicle. I'm like, I can't. That's the truth. Honestly, I was like 16, something like that. Yeah, 16, 17 years old. My boyfriend got out, went and talked to the cop. I said, give me a minute to get some clothes on.
You find out about your wife online.
Oh, yeah, I never told you that, did I?
Wonder what else you ain't telling me.
That's it. There's nothing else on me that I can think of. I'm trying to recall my whole childhood
I hope there's something
teen
else
years.
On you.
You know what I mean. Trying to recall my teen years so I can tell you, because I know YouTube people have a blast with this stuff. They will drag it all over the internet and have a good old time with it.
Hey, do we got cinnamon?
Diane loves it, she said. It's true. I was not clad when the police shined that light in my eyes.
The only thing she's lying about is this actually happened last week.
No, it didn't. I was 16. Did not hit. Who would it happen with? I'm married to you, you goof.
There's the question.
Whatever. Not. I have not been unfaithful to my husband at all.
That's what she tells you now.
I haven't. Anyways, so there's a little bit of dirt dug up on me by me. So take it or leave it, whatever you want to do with it. I don't care. See, here's the important thing. When something happens to someone, hopefully they can own it. And they can say, yep, that happened. Not proud of it, but it happened. You're not going to change it by denying it. You're not going to change it by worrying about what other people think about it. You know what really happened or what didn't. And if people falsely accuse you of stuff and you didn't do it, you know what was the truth. So why do you care what other people say? I mean, I care, but why let it bother you and stop you from living your life? It was what it was. It is what it is. Live and let live. I mean, that's life. It's not going to stop me from going to work on Tuesday and having a job and, doing what I do. It's not. Oh, well, actually uploading this video, who knows? I don't know. It's in God's hands, It's in God's hands. Whatever happens, happens. And I will go on living and I'll make ends meet some way. Yeah, they don't own it. They try to fight it or hide it or sneak around or be a different persona online. I'm me. I have never been any different persona. Yes, I go by the name Delusion Dispeller. I've also said my name is Laura Beth Colbert. I've also told them I've had 3 other names, Shabetta, Villarreal, Formholtz. And I even went by the name Fisher for a while because I lived with my foster parents and they wanted me to feel like part of the family. That's me. You can put that in any browser now, thanks to the good old internet, and find whatever you want to know about me or come and ask me, even better. I'm not going to deny it. I got nothing to hide. I am who I am. I did what I did. I've never been to jail except to visit. I don't know. I didn't do anything like really super bad. I was on phone chat lines for a while, very well known in that department. I'm not proud to say. I definitely had a bad reputation in college because I was doing things I shouldn't be doing that were not godly. And everybody knows about that. Just look up Damon College. I won't tell you what my nickname was, but it wasn't a nice one because I wasn't a good person back then. I was exploring things that ought not be explored if you want to live a holy life. But that's not me. I am 52 years old. That's like way, way, way back there. Since then, I got 2 college degrees, graduated magna and summa cum laude, have life coached people, apparently saved some people's lives, which is, thank God for that. That's not me. That's humbling. Yeah, Diane, exactly. So I'm not that person, and people can think what they want or say what they want. They're going to anyway. Whether it bothers you or not, they're going to do it. So why let it bother you? That's why I told Andy Kaufman, bring it. Wherever you want to ask me. And now, actually, Gunther, you probably beat him to it, so he won't have a whole lot to ask me unless there was other things that were troubling him or plaguing his mind or thinking I was hiding or having some sinister hidden secret. Delusion Dispeller has secrets. Yeah, I don't have secrets. It's all out now, okay? Now you heard it all. This is the story. This is our life. This is what it's been like. I guess that's it. That's all I have to say on that, I guess, unless you got other questions. I am a rebel. Yeah, but I rebel in healthy ways now. I don't rebel against the law or anything like that. Actually, at the time, I wasn't thinking about the law. I was just thinking, ooh, this guy's making out with me. I like this. I wasn't thinking about the fact that, oh, you're in a public park. You are beyond the curfew of that public park. You're going to be in big trouble. Didn't know anything till the light shined in my face. And I think they called my parents or something. My mom probably just said, get back home or something like that. I don't know. No, I was at college at that time. I was already in college when I was 16. Oh, that's the other thing you might not know. I went to Erie Community College back when I was 16, 17 years old and ended up, as they say, with your MRS degree. That's when I got pregnant with my eldest daughter. I was not married. Her father is not my first husband. It was a guy named Jeff who wants nothing to do with her because he's a jerk. It's his loss. His loss. She's a wonderful person. She turned out to be a good girl. Very, very good citizen, excellent worker, works in the mental health field, brilliant girl, genius girl. So it's his loss. He didn't want anything to do with her. She's tried many times to reach out to him. It's his loss. So that's that. Anything else you want to ask Gunther if you're still here, or anybody else? Whatever you want to know, just ask. I'm just relieved I don't have to keep skating around the darn issue anymore. It's out there. Now you know. Not a big deal. It hasn't been a big deal for us in a long time because, you know, we're living it. We're living the life. I did not make him pay for her upbringing. No. Because at the time, I thought her father was another guy that I had been with. I was with 2 guys when I got pregnant. We actually had paternity tests done, so we know that the guy I thought was her father was not. But we didn't find that out till she was 7. So, no, he did not have anything to do with her. He wanted me to abort her. He asked me to have, not asked me, he told me to have an abortion. I tried to talk to his mother. She said, Jeffrey can't even take care of himself and you want him to raise a child? No, you need to go and take care of it. I said, excuse me, 2 people created this child, not just one. Go ahead, Diane. Jeffrey can't do it. You're not a fit parent either. How are you going to raise a baby? You're not even grown yourself. Well, guess what? My grown daughter that I raised with the help of my foster parents and God and many, many people that spoke into my life is now 33 years old. I'll take a stab at that, Diane, actually, because she won't answer me. She just keeps saying I'm lying. Yeah, I agree, Gunther. I agree. It was based on the video, I think, and it was when I made the video after the collab that we did. I had said something like, I don't believe in abortion and especially partial birth abortion. I don't remember how I worded it, but it made it sound like, and she does. So she thinks, or I believe, she thinks that I was saying she believed in partial birth abortion, but that was not what I was saying. I was saying she believes in abortion in some cases. I don't believe in it in any case. And I've tried to explain that to her, but she has convinced herself that I am public enemy number 1 and I'm lying about the whole thing. And then she thought that I was sending people to attack her in her room or her channel or whatever. And no, I wasn't. If people go there and attack her, that's on them, not me. I don't send people to people's rooms to do anything. That's ludicrous. I'm not the mafia. Yeah, that's what she keeps saying. I believe that's what she keeps saying I'm lying about. It's kind of weird because I enjoy her channel and I agree with a lot of her viewpoints. And I think people are going to be really shocked. I just have a feeling about what really went on with the whole Chris Watts thing. I don't think there's more to that than meets the eye. We'll just say that. We'll leave it at that. But I think there's way more to that than meets the eye. And I think you'll find out eventually about it. We just haven't yet. Give it time. Just like so many of these murder cases, you find new information about it and, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I can't believe I didn't think of that. You will. You'll see. You'll see. There's more to that. Stay tuned. The story will continue. The saga will go on. Yeah, it will. I'm going to move my, ew, looks like the cat puked. That's not good. Nasty. We had a cat accident, babe. You're the dresser. At least it's not on our bed. That's a good thing. All right, now I'm sitting down. This is more comfortable. It's like my lipstick's all smeared. Probably from that potato I ate. I hope that answered your question. I honestly, I know Andy Kaufman wanted to bring her along for the collab. I said, bring it. Let's go. But I haven't heard back from Andy Kaufman yet. When are we doing this collab? How are we doing it? What platform are we using? Are we going on Google Hangouts? Are we doing a Zoom and uploading it? What are we doing? I'm game. I've been waiting. So, Gunther, if you get in touch with Andy, let him know. Still waiting. I'm open. Whatever. You know what? It's hard, Diane, when you keep telling somebody, I'm not lying. I didn't do that. I didn't say that. And they don't want to hear it. They just want to keep shouting over you or texting over you. You're a liar. You're lying even now. You're this, you're that. And by the way, she talks about people, the Christian, lack of Christianity or whatever. I'm pretty sure she claims to be a Christian. She's got some of the foulest words coming out of her mouth. I don't get that at all. Putting people down for acting unchristian-like, which I don't even go around claiming I am one. But she says she is, I guess. But yeah, listen to her potty mouth. That's ridiculous. What'd you say? Trying to read my comment here. Yeah, she does keep on with the Watts case. Let's talk about the case. Talk about the case. Let's focus on the case. It's like everybody doesn't want to focus on the case. Even if they're on a crime channel, maybe they want to just get to know people there or talk about a different topic. And if the moderator or not the moderator, if the host of that channel is allowing that, then just let them be. Let them talk about what they want. Everybody doesn't want to talk about the case because somebody else does. Go talk about the case on your channel. Leave everybody else alone. Oh, okay, Gunther. Yeah, I know she's argumentative. I'm sure she's got her own issues going on. She's been through a lot. I happen to know that very personally, and I will not say how, but I know she's been through a lot. However, that's not an excuse to keep mistreating people that don't deserve to be mistreated. Not that anybody does, but I haven't done anything. I disagreed with her. I have a different belief system than her, but no, I did not send anybody to attack anybody. I ain't got time for all that, nor would I do that anyway. That's stupid. This is not flipping soap opera or whatever, sitcom. I don't know. I don't have time for that baloney. I was answering Diane's question about Miss Mensa and what she thinks I'm lying about. People, I don't know. Some people. Anyway, feel free to ask me whatever you want to ask me or talk to me. I'm an open book. I got nothing to hide. Really. I don't. It's hard to even answer questions for people sometimes because if you say what you think about a person, then you're judgmental or you're diagnosing them or whatever, or you have no right to say that about them. I can give an opinion. I can give a perception. It's a free country, for goodness sake. Just because it doesn't agree with everybody else's stance. Yeah, I know, Diane. Talk about the case. Talk about the case. I mean, I do like her videos. I do. I still listen to them or watch them, or I guess you say listen to them because you don't really see anything. But yeah, I think she's got some good points. And it makes me sad that she thinks I'm so against her because honestly, we could have been doing collabs together all this time on stuff because I agree a lot with a lot of what she says. She just thinks I don't, I guess, or doesn't care anymore because she's made up her mind I'm the enemy. And now she's got a momentum going, so she probably wouldn't change her mind about that anytime soon either. It's whatever. It's not going to stop me from doing my channel and uploading my videos, so to each his own. I'm really hoping that Bella, when she gets off work later, will hook up with me and do a collab. I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll find something. People can ask me questions, ask her questions, whatever. I don't know. I'm really not into the whole crime thing anyways. I never was. I just sort of got sucked in thanks to my daughter with that lovely Chris Watts video. Define a lot, Gunther. What do you mean by a lot? Do I make a lot of money on YouTube? Can I live on it? No. Couple hundred here and there, maybe. You don't make a whole lot, really. For one thing, I'm pretty sure YouTube takes a percentage of it, or AdSense does, because they're the ones that put the ads on, and I don't get to choose what ads I put on. I can choose where I put the ad, like if it's going to be an ad across the screen or at the end of the video or whatever, that kind of stuff. But as far as that other stuff, I don't really have a whole lot of say in that. It's a nice little supplement. I mean, some people make a lot of money on YouTube. Some people are making tons of money. Not me. The most I've ever made at one time was maybe $500. And it accumulates over a certain period of time, and they can't even send it to you until it's at a threshold, which on AdSense it's like $100, and then they send you whatever. So it takes some time to build it up. And I've gone through, well, with AdSense, you've got to hook your bank account to it and PayPal, I think. And I've done that like 3 different times because at one point somebody got a hold of my bank information, so I had to change my card. And another time I switched banks a couple times because I moved. So that all throws everything off. And then you don't get your money for a while. And then you've got to hook it back up, and you got to make sure they got all your information so that they can start doing it again. It's kind of a process, seriously. It's worth it, you know, to have a little bit extra money on the side, but I wouldn't tell somebody quit your job and just go online. Right. We all make judgments, Edie. Exactly. We judge whether there's enough gas in our car to get us to the next town. We judge whether our feet are going to hold us up when we get out of the bed in the morning. We judge whether we want to watch a certain show and not another one. We all make judgments. We all judge. But that's not the kind of judgment the Bible's talking about. It's talking about a condemnation judgment. We're just going around bashing people, smearing people. That's judgment, especially if it's not true. And especially when you stigmatize somebody because you hear one term that somebody is labeled and you don't know the story, and you automatically assume, oh, they're lurking behind bushes to trap little innocent children. No. That's like a dirty old man that's like in his, I don't know, upper ages with a little kid. That's not who we're talking about here. And everybody is not the same, and everybody's case is not the same. But people automatically assume because you wear a label, oh, I can't have you around my kids. I can't do this. I can't be around you. You're evil. You're dirty. You're sinister. That's your opinion, I suppose. You're, you know, entitled to it, but you're wrong. You're wrong about our situation if that's what you think, because it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. I did not see any videos that Andy Kaufman has, but that does not surprise me in the least. I've never seen his channel. I never clicked on his name to even look at his channel because I didn't care. There's been somebody texting me ad nauseum on my phone that won't even answer the phone when I call them back. No, I'm not talking to you because you silenced me online and you won't let me talk and blah, 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 and you're lying and you're this and you're that. It's like being shouted down. Like when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and they're just blasting you, or you go into a room and say hi and a whole bunch of people descend on you like vultures and start ripping you to shreds. You got no voice. What's the point? Just, you give up. It's like, okay, whatever, think what you want. I'm outie. If you have any dignity, you do. You don't stay in places like that. Now, you might visit. Like, people are like, why do you keep going back in those rooms? They treat you so bad. I don't know. It's just fun and interesting to me. I'm a rebel. It's what I do. A healthy rebel, not a bad rebel. I might watch them. Now that you mentioned it, Gunther, I'm a little bit of a curious person, so I might check them out. I might. I'm always looking for, you know, some good comedy or interesting new stuff. I just try to stay away from the negative and the morbid. And like, people ask me, have you seen the Bird Box movie? No, and I'm not going to. I went online and read the entire thing because I always read, like, I'll go on IMDb, the movie channel thing, and I'll read about like the synopsis of a movie so I don't have to watch it, because once you put something into your visual plane, I guess you could say, or realm, it stays with you. I did watch some clips from the movie, and that was bad enough. I don't like negativity in my brain. Then I have dreams about it, and it bothers me and hurts me and scares me, and then I'm thinking about it and I'm dwelling on it and I'm hoping it doesn't happen to me or somebody I love. Why? Why put yourself through that? I just don't. That's not me. Not my interest. Not that I don't ever watch movies, I do, but I'm very choosy about what I watch and where I go and what I stick around for. Like I may even go into a live show on YouTube, and if the F word starts flying around too much, I'm out of there. Or I'm walking in the other room till it calms down. I just don't like hearing that stuff. It's vulgar. It's disgusting. And I don't like hearing God's name taken in vain or God's title taken in vain. I just don't like cussing and stuff like that. It's dirty and yicky. That's my prerogative. That's my opinion and my view. So other people don't have that prerogative. They're just words. They're just words. Well, they're not very nice words. They're not pleasant words to my hearing, and I don't want to sit through that. So I don't stick around very long, or I ignore it. Yes, it's a YouTube guy. I mean, he's probably other places besides YouTube, but he's on YouTube. Andy Kaufman. He wants to supposedly confront me about some things or whatever. He's been trying for months. I don't even remember what it was about, other than he said I blocked him, which I did block him, there's no doubt, but I'm sure I had a reason to. I just don't remember what it was, because it was back when the whole Watts thing started up. That was back in August. It's now January. I don't remember half the time what happened 2 days ago, let alone months ago. So he has to let me know what it's about so I can answer, just like Gunther came in here and said, I have some questions for you. And I'm like, shoot, go ahead, ask me. I'm not afraid to answer questions. You know, back when I don't remember what year it was, but I sold insurance for like a few months. I had to go through training and everything. It was for combined life insurance. And one of the things we had to do was like a fake skit type thing, and we got graded on it to decide whether we get our insurance license or not. And of course I passed it, and I had my license for a little while, but then I let it expire because I really didn't want to sell insurance. But I've done a lot of speaking in front of people, so this is really easy for me. I'm speaking to a screen, looking at myself. I can't see any of you. Now, if we go on camera, I can see you, and that's still easy for me. I don't really care because I'm histrionic, and it's kind of the way it is with our personality type. But I don't know. It's not hard for me to do this. And I was just thinking the other day when I was driving to work, how as a kid, you watch those movie stars and TV stars and you're like, oh, I wish I could be pretty and on camera like that. I wish lots of people could see me. And I was just thinking, man, we've come a long way. Anybody can get on a camera now and be seen all over the world. But it's pretty cool. It's cool, but it's kind of a bad thing at the same time because a lot of people post videos that are absolutely horrid. But obviously I don't tend to do that, so that's good. Anyway, anything else that you wanted to ask me, Gunther, or no, or Edie, or anybody else? If not, I can get off of here and go and upload this so everybody can watch it and learn the truth behind these secrets. What should I name it? I don't know. I don't know what I should name it. Well, it started out being the 10, how I stayed on YouTube for 10 years, I think. And then it went from there to all over the place. It's been pretty cool having all of you here with me today, though, going live. This is neat. Brings back memories of YouTube Live. Hey, Gunther, if you know how to help my husband out, do you know how to get me back on YouTube Live? You have any tricks of the trade for that? Because I've written to them, and all they keep saying is 90 days plus 10. 90 days plus 10. You've offended. You cannot go back on. Not yet. We don't trust you. No, they don't say all that. 90 days plus 10. That's it. I had somebody ask me to do an impression of Molly Golightly. I said, I don't think I could do that. I don't have her accent. All I know is she says, garbage people, and get to the left. And I only know that from watching Pink Lady Luck, because she's funny. The secret's exposed. Woo, I like it. Thank you, Edie. I will do that. The secret's exposed and how I stayed on YouTube for 10 years. and didn't crumble into a zillion little tiny minuscule pieces. It does me good to think right now there are people probably lurking about watching, thinking, ooh, this is going to be good. I got to go back to YouTube and let everybody know Delusional Dispeller's going to expose some secrets. Oh, if they're picking on me, they're leaving someone else alone, right? And I can take it. I'm pretty strong as far as internet stuff goes. Probably not so much in person, but on the internet, yeah, I can take it. Pretty good at that. Anyway, so ladies and gents, or gent, I don't know, Gunther's a guy's name, right? Gunther Martin. I think that's a guy's name. It has been a pleasure. Gunther, anything else? I'll just head off if not. Anybody else have any things you want to talk about, questions you want to ask me? I mean, it's Saturday afternoon. We could talk all day like this. It doesn't bother me in the least. So let me know whatever you want to know. If you want to know anything else. If not, I will sign off. What is this? Somebody saying something. In family law, law is my background. I don't know anything about YouTube and how it all operates. Ah, okay. Thanks, Diane. It was good to have you here. I'm glad you enjoyed. Gunther, that's awesome that you work in law. Cool. I guess Miss Menzel works in law too. She's an arbitrator or something like that. I know nothing about law, other than I used to almost break it as a kid, at least in the park. I'm just playing. I never broke the law purposely. I really didn't. I was a good kid. I was a good Catholic raised kid. We were Italian Catholics who thought we were also Irish and turned out to be Jewish and Greek. So go figure. Anywho, I guess I will go then. Gunther, it has been a pleasure. Please, if you want to get in touch with me, anybody, write me at delusiondispeller@gmail.com. I love getting emails, and I always read my emails. Just, if you're going to write me a big, long homily, please break it up into paragraphs with spaces between them, because, yeah, my attention span isn't the greatest. Yeah, Gunther, I think she is, and I enjoy her channel immensely. I don't care that I don't believe the same way she does, and I don't care if she likes me or not, and I told her that. I said, I still come to your channel. I still enjoy your videos. As long as she won't block me from going and watching her videos, I'll listen to them. I know, Edie. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. It has been a really pleasant experience, and I appreciate you coming in, Gunther, and asking the questions you did, because I really feel like that was a step to my husband's healing and definitely needed to be said and explained so people didn't have to just guess at stuff. Now it's out there in the open, and they don't have to create it into something it's not. And hopefully that will settle the deal. If it doesn't, oh well. Life goes on, and we'll deal with what we got to deal with when it comes up. All right, everybody, blessings to you today. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, Sabbath afternoon. I might try to go and clean something, or who knows, maybe study for a test that's coming up in my new college. I have to take a 4-test exam called the TAP exam, and I am not looking forward to it, especially for the math part. But I got this book on the internet, the IELTS test of academic proficiency. Save time and focus your study with really complicated, awful math. Let me just show you one page of this sucker. Oh my gosh, it's horrid. Horrid, horrid stuff. It's this stuff. It's these graphs and geometry and yucky drawings of circles and shapes, and I don't know if I even got it on that page, but those are all practice tests there. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Data and yeah, stuff like that. See the little graph, little circle graph up at the top, graph over there. Yucky. Yucky, yucky, yucky. I don't like math. So I'm not looking forward to that part, but I have to pass that test in order to get into the counseling program at the college. All right, anyhow, now I'm over and out. I will see all of y'all on the next live video. Again, thank you for coming in. Write me at delusiondispeller@gmail.com. See you over on YouTube, probably. I'm going to go upload this now. Have a great one, everybody. Bye.